Welcome back to the Crypto Rain channel. I'm your host Jay Murph, and today I'm going to talk about what is going on with Lympo. Now, Lympo is a project I'm familiar with because I invested in it back in 2018 at its ICO. And I did sell it then for a 3 or 4x. And unfortunately for me, didn't cash that money out. I rolled it into other altcoins, which did then dive after the bull run ended and we entered the long crypto winter. And we're back in a bull run again. Lympo is back in the news because Animoca Brands bought them out. Now that's exciting because I had kind of written them off for dead. And so they bought them out and have reinvigorated them. And it's unclear exactly where this is going, but I want to share with you some thoughts on where it might be going. So let's go ahead and get this party started. Join me, Rainmakers. Alright, so Lympo has a goal of helping achieve better fitness for people around the world and incentivizing fitness and stuff related to sports and activity. And so with Animoca Brands buying them, it's a little bit unclear where this is going, but they did have this token conversion event about a month ago where they talked about you would be able to get different NFTs of different personalities, and that if you converted your Lympo tokens to the new LMT tokens, that you would be entered into a pool that you wouldn't have to go through any extra challenges just to get access to this pool. So, being a big fan of Animoca Brands, I thought, well, it's worth a shot. I don't know where this will go, so I threw some Lympo into the conversion for LMT tokens, not knowing how it would pan out or if it would pan out. It was a little bit of a speculative bet. And so we do have a little bit of an idea where this is going and can look at some of their NFTs, but really the roadmap is not completely clear. So let me just update you with where I know we're at. So this is the main Lympo site. The #1 sports NFT minting platform. Stake Lympo market tokens and mint exclusive sporting NFTs of real-life sports stars, world champions, influencers, enthusiasts, esports teams, and more. So right now they do have a few pools available, and so I do have some staked in this, and I am earning some credits, and we'll go over the NFTs in this. They are really, really cool. Then they do have an Olympians pool that's not live yet. Now, at the end of the day, the NFTs that will do well is the ones that have high desirability. And so there are every once in a while some Olympians that have high desirability, as well as some athletes. So really it's going to depend on how cool the card is, how cool the athlete is, as to whether these have any value down the road. And it's a little bit unclear. I do know Animoca Brands has some kind of partnership with Binance. Binance is talking about bringing NFTs. Whether that's a partnership with Lympo or not, it's really not clear. But this seems like the exclusive ones that you get easier access to if you did do the conversion, which then whitelisted that wallet for forever, is my understanding. And it says, exclusive, one-of-a-kind NFT minting area where only the most hardcore Lympo fans will find an entrance. NFTs that are minted here will have extra utilities in the whole Lympo ecosystem. So it's not quite clear what that is. This is interesting though. Esports, the world's fastest growing industry and a new global phenomenon, competitive gaming. Here esports superstars, teams, influencers, and enthusiasts gather. Every piece of NFT minted here is protected by valid intellectual property rights. So what I'm curious about is what teams are they going to get? Because there are some really big esports players, and that's an area that's never been minted before. Like there's no cards necessarily related to that. For example, one of the big esports out there is Dota 2, and the top teams in Dota 2 actually make millions per year, and there are millions of fans across the world. And so imagine if they got some kind of partnership like that, or another one, League of Legends, or I have no idea who the top Call of Duty players are. But that's a big area because at the end of the day, when I was a kid and I was collecting baseball cards and basketball cards and football cards, I noticed that like the first in an area tended to do really well. So I'm watching this one really closely. But for now, let me share with you what I have. I have close to 10,000 LMT tokens. Let me see. I don't want to necessarily go to manage stake. Let's go to pools. That's where it's at, athletes pool. And these are you can see it earns, I don't know, about 6 credits or 7 credits a day. And you can stake them. And these are really, really, really cool. Let me share with you. So I have enough to get like, basically, what are these? The commons. And they're pretty cool. Like, I like the animations. This is pretty cool. Like, it's got a rocket going on there. This one's pretty cool. Now, that one is really cool. Got the coins spinning around like it's in the space or hair waving. This one is the coolest of them. Of course, this is the legendary, and there's only 5 of these, and it takes 220 credits. So if I'm getting like 7 a day, that would literally take a month, and there's only 5. So likely somebody with more LMT tokens would beat me to it. Let me share with you some really cool ones, though. These ones are cool. See, in between, it goes to like the Lympo icon, but it's got a lot of movement, and then he kind of fades out. Really, really sweet overall. No, maybe on this one he doesn't fade back. Oh, there we go. So it has quite a big video loop. Really well done. These are some of the coolest NFTs I've seen. Now, this one is really cool. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So, overall, this one is pretty dang amazing, too. See, this is the fun stuff you can do with NFTs. So, I really think MMA NFTs can be really cool because, MMA is very moment based. I don't watch World Poker, but probably this is a big guy, and if so, these might have some big value here. I'm just not familiar with poker. I do like the game. It's very strategic and about reading people. I like that. Don't love gambling because I prefer investing, but I do like poker because of its strategic side of it. Yeah, so these ones, the actual animations are just okay. My guess is, though, this character, if he is a really big, high name in the poker industry, this might be a very collectible card. So these are the ones that are out there for now. So we have this athletes pool. That's the only one you can manage yet already. I mean, I saw some previews of this legendary card. Looks really cool for this fighter. And then we've got these, and then these esports. These esports ones are ones to keep an eye on. So I know my audience was asking me about Lympo tokens. I appreciate it. Wanted to give you an update on what I know about what's going on with the LMT and the Lympo. I see still there's the LYM token. That's the original one. You can see I still have 4,000 of them. Yeah, I'm not sure how this all works out. So Lympo is some speculation, and what sometimes happens is in these early days, there's a big lull that nothing is happening, and then all of a sudden, boom, it goes big, or maybe it never does. So as for this, it was a little bit speculative on my side, thinking that there's some value there, especially with their partnership with Animoca Brands, that I don't know anything big is going to come out of this. It might be huge, it might be mediocre, and it might be a fizzle. We'll see how they do. I do know that the CEO, she's a gal, works very hard, and I remember her from before. She was always doing updates when the token was brand new. In fact, even through crypto winter, she was always doing updates. So she seems very committed to this space, and so I like that, and that helped me pull the trigger, at least on the speculative side of hoping that something comes out of this. Right, guys, I do thank all of you for joining me, and we will see you next time.